Hello, all my Capricorns. Welcome to your timeless love reading. This reading is going to be for your love adventure over the next 1 to 3 months. That'll vary by individual, of course, because this is a general reading, so that does vary by individual, and you'll know for yourself. Before I jump into the reading, I always love to start off just by welcoming the Creator to be here with us. We know you're always here with us, and we are grateful for your presence, and especially grateful for your unconditional love that you have for each and every single one of us. And we welcome you, and we thank you. And we also welcome the host of magical beings of unconditional love and light, all of our angels and our spirit guides and our loved ones on the other side, and the whole expanse of those beautiful beings of love and light. We welcome you and thank you as well. So what we're going to do for this reading is we're going to start off looking at the pain of the past in regards to our love, self-love, and love for others. And we're going to look at that to start off because we're only able to love others to the extent that we love ourselves, and we're also only able to accept love from others to the extent that we love ourselves. So the shadow or the clogs in the pipeline are what we want to look at. And so we're going to start off by playing a card here from this archetype, cards from Carolyn Miss, about just to see what the Creator wants us to know about the pain of our past. So we'll start off there. And don't worry, the journey gets a lot more brighter after that, but that's the foundation. That's the first thing we want to look at. And even before shuffling, they just want that to come out, and they told me to take that one. So we shall. So we've got Mother, and we're going to look at the shadow attributes. So it says smothering or abandoning children, instilling guilt in children for becoming independent. So obviously this is a strong message about the pain that is being brought is about the mother relationship that you had, and that can be not necessarily just your mother. If you had like aunts or other strong individuals, whether it was teachers or other individuals that were in places of authority in a mother, feminine type role, that, are the ones that the Creator wants to bring through for the focus for today. We're also going to get some clarification on that for you by pulling the Love Oracle cards. And we will get some more clarification or additional information, validation. All right, Creator, what else would you like our Capricorns to know about the pain of the past, please? Okay. Any others? Yep. I feel like there was going to be at least one more there. So you've got the butterfly. This is a relationship evolving to the next phase, healing your inner child and growth. So yeah, definitely it has to do with, so this is rooted, deep when you were a child, and getting to that place in your life, getting back to, the whole transformation that's going to come. The butterfly is a huge symbol of transformation. And the purpose of going back to look at that is not to judge, not to condemn or cause, any pain. It's just about reflecting back and going, okay, what is that clog? And, you don't have to confront the individual. You can, be looking at your inner transformation because, especially someone's passed away and they're no longer with us. We're like, oh, how can I heal that? It's like, you don't have to. What if I'm no longer in contact with them? It doesn't matter, because it's not, all the feelings and emotions that happened didn't happen out there. They happened in here. So in here is where the transformation happens, not out there. because you're not going to be able to go back in a time machine and go, now I wanted you to treat me this way and you didn't, so now you need to treat me that way. That's not going to really resolve anything, because the beliefs and the pain and emotional, blockages are within here. And it says, not today, not dealing, hurt, avoiding a conversation, call, person, boundaries, still angry. Okay. Yep. So what I love about this is, you don't want to deal with that. And so, like the picture is, you push them away and you ignore them, both the emotions and maybe the person as well. And, even though we love someone, if we get hurt, it kind of creates that mixed, battle that's going inside. I want to show them love, but I'm afraid to. And when you go through this transformation and you get there, what it does is it will free you to be loving and actually get to see the person more clearly for who they are, not for how you're perceiving them. So, no, you don't have to have a relationship with someone if you don't want to. So don't fear that, this process is for you to help you love yourself more, to be able to receive love more and to be able to give love more. So it's not about that you have to, be best friends or reconnect with them or anything like that. But this is all for you. And if you do want to do that, that will open up your ability to love more if you want to do that. Yep, love call. There you go. Someone expresses love, a message of love, thinking of you and letting you know. So, again, this is about phone, about communication and connecting. So I feel like for some of you, it really is strong. I really want to be able to open up and trust them and be able to have a relationship with them. But right at this moment, I don't feel I can. Well, after you go through this process, it will open you to the ability to start that communication. Another message that comes with this for some of you is those that have this individual who's passed and is no longer with you. Just know that they're reaching out today from the spirit realm to let you know that they love you. And I know it's hard to hear that from someone who you felt so much pain interacting with. But they want me to tell a story of, I do readings, personal readings, and individuals that want to communicate with people on the other side, I can do that through cards as well. And it's an amazing experience because a lot of the time I've had so many readings where people have had poor relationships with their mother and they go, yeah, I wanted to connect to the other side, but not to her. And unfortunately, when they started to say, I want to communicate with the other side, whoosh, mom was right there. And she's like, I want to talk to her, my daughter or to my son. And I'm like, okay, how are we going to do this? Because they just told me they don't want to talk to you. And so when I would go into those readings, they would say, here's the introduction. They would tell me to talk to the individual about, in this lifetime, we have these characters that were involved within our life, and they're having us experience things for the drama. They're happening for us to experience all these variety of emotions that we came here to experience. And it's like a movie where there's a villain in the movie, right? Someone is chosen to play that evil part. And without that evil part in the movie wouldn't be the same, right? So there is the need for that character in the movie. Then you see like an interview later with this villainous person, and they're the sweetest, kindest person, and so the actor behind the character is saying, oh my God, it was such an exciting role for me, but so uncomfortable because, they're such a loving and giving person. They would even apologize after a scene where they had to be really rude and mean because they were like, oh my God, I felt so bad. And that's how this world looks like. These characters that play these parts can appear to be so evil and mean and have done all these things, but when they return and aren't playing that character anymore, they're this actor that is a being of, unconditional love, a powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being made of unconditional love. So, when this person reaches out to you and says, I love you, just know that it's this higher actor being and not the character. They'll come through as that character for us to relate, but really they want you to get to know them as this higher being, not as this character that caused all that wonderful emotional riptides in your life. All right. So next we're going to move on to what your current energy is, like what the creator wants you to know about your current energy around love. And we're going to pull a card here from the Oracle of the Seven Energies from Colette Baron Reed. Just going to grab a quick drink of coffee here. All right, Creator, what would you like our Capricorns to know about their current energy, please? Yep, got a higher view. So I love that card. There's card number 41. So as I was just saying, totally makes sense why they were wanting to talk about, that actor behind the character. Because when we leave the viewpoint of our character and go into the actor, our higher selves, we get a higher perspective. We see things more clearly for what they truly are, rather than, this idea of what it's supposed to mean to us, what we've been taught it's supposed to mean. I apologize. Throat's a little tickly today. Allergies are having fun with the spring blossoming. So the energy that comes with this higher view card is seen from a higher perspective, conscious neutrality, letting go of judgment and assumptions, non-attachment, the ability to remain unbiased. So it says sometimes our lives are suction cupped to the ends of our noses and we can't see beyond ourselves. This happens to everyone once in a while. We'll fall into an automatic response to life and react from a learned, conditioned place rather than one of awareness. Being in reactivity keeps us repeating old patterns, and conversely, the avoidance of our triggers could keep us in our comfort zone, policing our attempts at new things. The way to be successful in your endeavor to connect with others is to step out of your sticky perception of the world. Imagine yourself sitting on the back of a bird 1,000 feet above in your life. Wouldn't your perspective change? From a higher point of view, you can see for miles. You could let go of naming or blaming the obstacles in your way and instead easily discover a path to more beautiful and compelling vistas. More can become available to you in all aspects of your life when you're able to step back and get a little distance. You can wait before responding. Wait before responding. Be more graceful in your interactions and see how everything is connected and every experience is a gift. The world is wide open for you today. All you have to do is move to higher ground, be mindful, and celebrate the spectacle of life's dance. Perfect. There's not more I can add to that. I mean, it's basically everything we were talking about here. And looking from that higher perspective. We'll get some clarification on that too from this little everyday tarot. Cute little deck here. See what else the creator would like you to know about this higher viewpoint, your current energy. So I love this. So if you're having, and we're in Mercury retrograde right now in Gemini, which is of course challenging with communication. Anyway, so if you're watching this around the time period that I posted it, then you understand why the communication is challenging anyway. But this is bringing, if you're having these things being brought to your face, just know it's because you're wanting to look at those. All right, Creator, what else would you like our Capricorns to know about their current energy or a higher view? Okay, that one. Okay, that one. Is there two there? Yeah. And those are going to be it. Yep, so you have the Five of Cups. And what I love about this one is that, we look at the cups that are spilled. We look at the things that didn't work out well in our life. And this higher view is about if they turn around, they would see what they do have, and that there's this bridge that they can walk across to get to this castle over here, and they can walk across those emotions and walk into a place where there's even more abundance, more fulfilling emotions. And so, this is that higher viewpoint is, okay, yes, you're looking at the past situation here, you feel those are spilt cups, but then you can look and see what benefit did you have from those, what beautiful emotions were. We can focus in on the bad things that happened or the bad situations, but let's focus in also on the good, because that will grow then and allow us to cross the bridge. So I love that. And this is a 4 and 1 is a 5, and this is a 5 of cups. So it's about change of perspective there. And then you got the 4 of Pentacles, which this represents you've got enough. You got enough of your mind, you got enough of your heart, and you got enough of your grounding, like the financial stuff too. So the Pentacles is about the external world, and this just is telling you that you have everything you need inside you, and you don't need to look to this town over here, to the external world, to define who you are. You get to look within you, and you get to decide what everything means. And so that's that empowerment that comes with this inner reflection and this, journey that you're moving on here. Because we can get so influenced by what will people think on the outside. How are they defining me? But this is all about coming back to your own self-worth and your inner worth, yourself. Yep, and then you have the 10 of Swords. I love these because it looks so exhausting, right? The swords are your thoughts and beliefs, and here all your thoughts and beliefs have stabbed you in the back to the point where you're just laying on the ground. You're not dead. You're just laying on the ground going, God, I'm just have no more life left in me. And that's a wonderful place to be. And I know that sounds strange to say, but when you are to the point where all those beliefs that you've had from the past they're just not serving you. They're only, like I said, stabbing you in the back. They're only, they're not helping you move through life. They're actually keeping you pinned in old patterns and old ways. But the great news is that the 10 of Swords is when you're at the point of ready to give up, that is the beautiful thing, because when you give up all those thoughts and beliefs that are hurting you, then it opens up the whole space for new thoughts, new beliefs that are for you and that help you move forward and help you live the life that you're wanting to live. So that's actually, a great thing, because the old views will end and the new views will begin. So I love that. We're going to look at next just the choices that you're going to be encountering during this next 1 to 3 months, what the Creator wants you to know about them anyway. And we're going to do that by pulling a card here from the Path of the Soul Destiny cards. All right, Creator, what would you like our Capricorns to know about the choices coming up in the next 1 to 3 months, please, regarding their love and self-love? Okay, that's the one that wanted to be heard. We got number 17. And I love these fractal images that she has on here. A lot of red in here, which is about our root chakra and facing our fears. And this card actually is entitled Treasures. What was once hidden from view can now be seen. I love that. Can't make it up. Laying within you are many inner treasures and gifts. This is your time of discovery. You have special and unique skills that you've hidden like pearls in a shell. It's happening now. Stay grounded and clear. The spiral in the card shows the universal energies are working with you to help uncover what lies within. Understand, however, that once fully uncovered, you will be asked to use these gifts in service to others and the planet. And I love that. I think that's everything in here. Yeah. I love that because a lot of this, let's talk about smothering and abandonment, instilling guilt for you to becoming independent. You have this self-belief about your worth and your worthiness. Like when you heard that, you probably were like, what do I have to give to the world? I have nothing to give. That kind of belief and those thoughts are what are limiting, and that ability to love yourself unconditionally is what is limiting you to be able to give, to the world. One of the things about the Four of Pentacles too that I love is that you have enough that, and the Light Seers Tarot, which I'm going to look at in a sec, has it where there's these people that are coming too, and that you have enough to give to others. So when you find that inner worth, you actually are able to realize that the world isn't the same. We talked about the story and the drama, these characters and the actors behind the characters. Your character is here for a specific reason. There's no extras in a movie. You have specific purpose to be here. And the whole story, the whole drama of this earth would be incomplete without your character. So you are needed, you are wanted, you have something to give. And this whole process is going to give you this whole new higher view, not just of your relationships and others, but your relationship of yourself, your understanding of yourself and what you can give to the world. I'm going to clarify this with cards here from the Light Seers Tarot. All right, Creator, what else would you like Capricorns to know about their choices coming up during this period, please? Any others? One more pass. Oh, okay. All right. Yep, and you got the Seven of Pentacles. So this, the root, getting to the root, knowing that these things that are at the foundation of where you are, those are impacting, your growth. Getting to, having strong roots in this earth life is important, because there's this balance that happens between, having firm roots on the earth and having a large tree with branches reaching towards the heavens. Too much root, you don't get a lot of fruit and growth on there. But no root, a storm comes, the tree falls over, because there's nothing holding its foundation. So it's important for having that balance, and there's nothing wrong with having such great, root and grasp, because that's what you're doing. You can see this magic in your hands. You're growing this higher spiritual awareness, that higher perspective, that higher view. You're growing and expanding into your heavenly, the mentality, the heavenly viewpoint. And then you got a Seven of Wands as well. And I love this because, it's talking about here about, you see this big bubble around you. So this self-love and the self-awareness that you get about your gifts and your abilities and who you are, you develop this beautiful bubble of love, where when others come and try to, I'm going to burst your bubble, they can't, because this bubble isn't burstable. I love the saying that I am going to be happy for no reason at all, because then no one can take it away. And, I'm happy because my foundation is the unconditional love the Creator has for me, and no one can take that away from me. And so no one can burst my bubble. I can allow people to influence me to where I choose to have my bubble bursted, but the bubble isn't really bursting. I'm just pretending and going through, that ebb and flow of this emotional, earthly experience, rather than this feeling and moving through that unconditional love, from the Creator. Lastly, we're going to look at what future energy you're going to be looking at in the, towards the end of your period. So, it's between a month and 3 months. So whenever you're reaching the end of this love adventure, this part of your love adventure, because life is always that love adventure, right? But this is going to be what you're going to be, what the Creator wants you to know about the energies that you'll be dealing with toward that end. Just shuffled a couple times here. And one more time. All right, Creator, what would you like the Capricorns to know about the future energy they'll be dealing with toward the end of this little adventure? Okay, that one. Yep. She is the moon. That's number 21. And the moon is, our emotions. The moon is our subconscious. The moon also represents like the higher spiritual realms and connecting. It's the empress, the high priest. More the high priestess. And getting that connection. With that higher view. So I love how that just works so well together with this higher viewpoint. Stand on the moon and look down on your life and see it for what it is. The light of the moon ebbs and flows. The wisdom of patience is not about waiting around for something to happen, rather than getting up and getting it done. The wisdom of patience is that of the gardener who consults, like this guy here, right? Consults the lunar calendar, the right timing, promoting growth, planting, when there is fertile soil and allowing the soil to rest and replenish when it needs to. You're being asked to check in with your timing. Is now the time for action or for rest? It can change quickly, just like the phases of the moon. If you're unsure, that's okay too. Perhaps you're waiting for more light to reveal the way as the moon grows full. All things come in time. I like this because this is not today here, so this is about timing as well. Your message comes through this oracle. Your manifestation is unfolding in perfect timing. If you feel something isn't happening fast enough or is happening quickly and you're unsure if you're are ready, really ready for it, be assured all is well. If something's not clear to you and you would like to be more so, the clarity you seek will come, like from your new viewpoint, right? Do not worry. Do not try to force the insight. Just be with what is happening now and trust. You are moving and growing, and all is well. Soon you will see that for yourself, just as the moon grows full and revealing, even in the midst of deepest night. So perfect. I love that. So yeah, it's about the viewpoint, about, understanding. Again, here's, spirals, which is the understanding, new wisdom, new awarenesses. And then I'm going to pull Light Seers Tarot to get any clarification on that one as well. Oh, I'll try that again. All right, Creator, what else would you like Capricorns to know about their future energy toward the end of this love adventure? Nope. Okay, that one is talking to me. Let's see what else. Any others? Last pass. Okay, nope, just this final card here for you. Yeah, Three of Cups. So Three of Cups has to do about usually celebration and, that you are not alone, that you have, this posse of support. And for me, it has special meaning with card readings like I did when I talked to you about, readings that I've done where people have come through. This represents spirit. This represents all our support on the other side. So, our guardian angels and our spirit guides, our loved ones on the other side, our ancestors. There's a huge host of beings of unconditional love and light that want to help us on our journey here. And they love us unconditionally, and just know you're supported. So, as you're going through, this higher viewpoint, just know you can connect to all those on the other side, and that you have this love. And, if this person or these people that brought you this experience, if they're on the other side, by the time you go through this process, if you want to reach out to them, just know that they have always been with you since the moment they passed. That higher being of themselves. Once they turned in that rental car they were walking around in or driving around in this lifetime, they were right by your side all the time, giving you love, giving you support to help you on your journey. So if you felt them, if you had signs, just know that it was them. And if once you open up and you kind of have this forgiveness that happens, it doesn't mean that you were okay with their actions, what happened in your life, but you're able to resolve it and forgive the wrath that you would have against them in that situation, and that you can reach out to them. And if you had them blocked before where you weren't communicating, you will see signs, and you can communicate them if you wish, by the time you reach the end of this piece of your journey. So a wonderful, wonderful experience, a higher viewpoint on its way, if you wish. So just know that every second of this journey, you are unconditionally loved by the creator of all things. And hey, I love you too. We'll talk to you soon. You hang in there and take care. Bye-bye.